This video is about chapter 1168 of One Piece. If you're not caught up, I don't get it anymore, man.
You can't keep getting away with it!
This chapter begins with so much hope. We see that the giants are gradually being accepted by the outside world, trading with other civilizations as Harold's dream comes closer to reality. Harold visits the Walrus School to see that it's thriving under Saul, but while they discuss that, we find out that Ida has tragically passed away from the poison. In their final conversation together, Harold and Ida are talking about the very traditions and institutions that bar them from marrying. Ida never held any contempt for Elbaf's ways, even though it stopped her from marrying her lover, but Harold despises it for that. As Harold is gushing over the future he's building for Elbaf and the possibility of traveling the world with Ida again, she passes while holding his hand. The next page of Harold walking out, distraught, and everyone else's reactions with no speech is so powerful. Loki is locked up and didn't even get to see Ida after what he did to the people who wronged her. A year later, while in Marijois, Harold finds out Shanks has abandoned his post, meaning Harold has an opportunity to become a Knight of God. The Gorosei lead him to the empty throne when Harold tells them that he plans to step down as King of Elbaf when they accept the country into the Alliance. Emu presents themselves to Harold while on the empty throne, obviously causing some shock, while they say it's up to them when Harold is allowed to end his reign. He is then branded with the Depths Covenant and granted immortality. Emu tells him to create an abyss on Elbaf, and with that, Harold sails back with great news that after this one last duty, Elbaf will be accepted into the fold. While in a Rust Castle, Harold sits in front of the abyss he made when Emu tells him to create a grand fleet of Elbaf warriors to rival the Navy. Harold tries to tell Emu that everything he was working for was to break the cycle of terror in Elbaf, but of course Emu isn't hearing any of that. The daunting presence of Emu in this panel is insane. They make an ancient giant look tiny, telling him that he said he would atone for the history of his race, and that it cannot be atoned for alone. Emu begins to move Harold towards the abyss, while Harold begins to realize Emu never wanted to let the Elbaf people into the world government to begin with. Harold is able to resist Emu for a little, so he wants his guards to chain him up, but they need the help of Yarul and Loki. With this, we are finally about to see the execution of Harold and be brought back to the present day.